What up? It's Beyond the Road podcast, man. We back in this. It's Kwame, aka MRI Man, kicking with the homie right here, Zoe. What up, bro?
What's good, guys? Welcome to today's episode. Let's get it, bro.
Hell yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, man. I wasn't able to watch the card. I was out in LA at the Natural History Museum, bro. The Bug Festival.
I saw that. It was sick, dude.
It was pretty dope. A lot of interesting people there, man. A lot of goths, bro. A lot of gothic people. And looking like they just came from a Blade rave. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, like you got some vampires up in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I saw this lady. She had this big praying mantis, two of them on her back, dude, just blasted. I'm like, this bug community is a real thing. They were selling spiders, scorpions, pretty interesting. I'm interested in like animals,
Mm.
snakes, spiders. I used to watch these documentaries all the time on National Geographic, and it was cool, bring my kids up there, the fam, and check that out. And I wish I brought my camera, but sometimes I'm just in dad mode, and I'm like, I'm here for the kids. I gotta like be with them. I can't be like interviewing them, and my kid just like, what the fuck are you making
Yeah.
a
What are you
YouTube
doing,
video?
bro? Yeah.
So I locked in, put my phone away, and just enjoyed. Took a few pictures, and just interacted with these bug experts, and their knowledge is insane. They'll be breaking, oh, this is a stick bug from South Asia. Fucking stick bug was like this big, bro. I'm just like, holy shit, this kind of shit's out there, and we see little pincher bugs. We're like, oh, what the?
Yeah.
Imagine see
Yeah.
that fucking stick bug this big. It's fucking.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they're harmless. It's just amazing that these creatures are out there, and these butterflies just trip me out, dude. The butterfly effect. I was thinking about that the whole time in there. I was like
Oh,
Travis Scott. I was like, what the fuck?
okay.
But I'm like, what the fuck? Like, am I going to enter another dimension here? Because there's literally thousands of butterflies. They had a butterfly pavilion. I'm like, are you supposed to be moving butterflies like this? And then, but yeah, man, what are you going to do with 10 spiders though? I saw this, gothic chick just taking 10 spiders, two scorpions. Like, what are you doing with that? Like rituals? But it was fun. Saw some fools with like trench coaches looking like they're trying to fucking solve the crime, looking like detectives and shit. I mean, when you go to LA, you see the style, the swag, and I've been out here in the Central Coast, and I'm just like hoodie, t-shirt guy.
Yeah.
I'm out of the high fashion shit. But yeah, a lot of trench coats and
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, it was cool, man.
What do
But
you
yeah, I
think
was
that
happy
is,
with
though,
that.
with the whole goth thing? Like, is that just like a vibe? Or is that like what they do, like social media posts, or like why do they have so many spiders and stuff like that?
I think it's just like the whole being like different, I don't know, mysterious, just kind of like the opposite. I heard one of them saying like, I'm assuming they're goth. I don't know what they consider. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that. But
Uh-huh.
dark shirts, chains, purple hair or whatever,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I know
just
what you mean.
looking like that. But yeah, I heard one of them. We're looking at spiders, and she's like, "These are so cute. I don't know why people think they're ugly. They're cute animals and this and that." And even the guy who was selling the spiders, he was just like, you know, and I was like, okay, whatever. That's But yeah, they like dark things. What's dark? Well, the spiders like the dark.
Mm.
Scorpions are like the dark. So it's like they wear dark clothes. I mean, I don't know. But then like I've known gothic people and they're actually nice people and they say they don't worship Satan. So I'm just like, I don't know.
What the?
Really,
Yeah.
you go in their house, they got like the fucking medieval candles and like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Some
But
weird shit.
it is some like freaky stuff. But they were cool. They were cool. Like they're super chill. This is a
Mhm.
different kind of type of crowd, but it was half that and then like just half like kids. But yeah, they
Mm.
were deep. And those scorpions in the frames are expensive, bro. It's like 150. I'm like, damn, maybe I'm in the wrong game right now. Maybe I can go catch some scorpions, inject it
Look,
with
they
some
start
shit, and
reselling. Yeah, start
fucking
selling them.
150. I was like, dude, they're selling them by the fucking dozen, bro.
What trips me out is like how like we're like taught to be like afraid of these things. Like it feels like it's like a instinctive thing to be like, oh, that shit is dangerous.
Yeah,
I'm always fascinated by like when I see something, or like if I see an insect or a snake, it's like are we like programmed to be scared of these, or do we already know within us? Because like animals when they grow up, they're like they don't have it. They have a language within themselves, but like they already kind of know what to do. Are we kind of like that too, or we already just have this ancestral thing of be like, oh, this shit's dangerous?
I think it is ancestral and just like natural instinct, especially like with the snakes. It gets biblical, and it's just been built into it, seated in our head.
Uh huh.
And then the other things like spiders and stuff, I think that's how you raise your kid and what you tell them. If your parents are scared of spiders, you're gonna be scared.
Uh huh.
And I was kind of scared of spiders until I saw documentaries.
Uh huh.
And then, but my brother's terrified of spiders, terrified arachnophobia. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let me test this out. So like, especially with my son Kai,
Mm-hmm.
I would see spiders and I'm like, oh, look at the little spider. He's so cute. He's in. And then like I seen him out there playing with spiders. I was like, all right, dude. But yeah, I was like, look, certain ones, this black widow, don't touch.
No,
But
no
he plays
bueno.
with little. He grabs the.
Yeah,
I don't know if you ever done that. You grab the web and you kind of
I
just
have.
hang them.
I have not.
Yeah, I kind of showed him which ones, but yeah, he's not scared of those. He's not scared of like the caterpillars. You know, some people are scared of those, but you know,
Scared of Spider Man.
and then somebody I used to be, you know, when I was a kid, I was kind of scared of bats. But then, like, I
Mm-hmm.
remember telling me, like, someone told me, like, look at them, look up cute bats, and they look like little puppy dogs, you know. And yeah, they can bite you, but a fucking dog can tear your arm off. What are you talking about? And you go pet a pit bull in the
Yeah.
street? You know, it's like a bat's not gonna do that. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean? Oh, it can give you something. A dog can give you something too, but a bat's just gonna be like, you know. So it's
Yeah.
like same thing with a spider. I held a tarantula in middle school, and it was just like crawling on me. I was in, you know, I wasn't excited holding it, but I was like, I held it, and I was like, all right. And then I held a snake, and then I ended up buying a snake. My grandma got me a snake, and she would always do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, just the snakes just look like they're up to something. They have the rep of being evil, you know,
Yeah, they
which
do.
is like, what the fuck did they do that was evil? I mean, it's in the Bible, you know.
They got the fangs. I mean, they're just
Yeah,
dangerous, you know.
their eyes. Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, not all of them. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
yeah, yeah.
But
I had a
like,
corn snake, and it was just like a harmless ass snake. And it's like they get rid of rats. Who wants fucking
what
rats?
do you
You know?
feed them? You feed them rats,
Yeah, baby. They call them pinkies. They
mice,
were like little.
pinkies.
They were like baby. They're pink. They didn't even have hair. Little mice.
Oh, okay, okay.
And it'll fucking wrap them up. But then they can, when the snakes get bigger, you can start feeding them little mice.
Uh huh.
It started getting out of hand. I was like, I don't know if I want this anymore. Like I started sticking my hand in there, and it was attacking me
Oh, so
because
wanted
you're
some
supposed to
bigger.
take them out and feed them in another box. I was a fucking little kid. Like I
Oh
was like
yeah.
10 years old. I didn't know what the fuck I was
Okay.
doing. Snake got out. My mom was freaking out, and we
Oh.
got it, and we gave
Uh
it
huh.
back to the breeder. It was getting big, bro, because they can get
Damn.
up to 5 feet. It was like at least three, and yeah.
Just
So
got big and it
what
escaped.
what's up with they had a lot of taxidermy things at the Natural History Museum too. So you get to like kind of size them up. I used to go there when I was a kid. I don't know
What
if you
is
ever
that?
went on school Natural History Museum.
Nah, I don't
That's where
think.
they had the Bug Festival. It's next to the California Science Center in
Mm,
downtown LA. It's pretty
I haven't.
cool. I suggest a visit. So they have dinosaur bones and shit, which are
Sick,
probably fake. I'm looking at them like I don't think
dude.
that's the real you know?
A lot of people are saying dinosaurs are fake. When I grew up, bro, I was obsessed with dinosaurs. Like people are saying, "Oh, dinosaurs didn't even exist." It's like, what do we even believe? We have this technology. How do we not know what was
I don't
what?
know, bro. I'm starting to look into it because I'm like, ain't no. First of all, I
Uh
found
huh.
out that those bones are not the actual bones. They're like replica. They're reps.
Replicas. Okay.
So I'm like, you lied to me here, you know. But I'm looking at, I'm like, way too perfect T Rex. I was like, that shit looks like it was crafted by an artist. So I don't know, bro. I mean, I think dinosaurs are real, but then a lot of that shit was fake. What they found, they probably just fucking made it up for money. But another story. But I want to talk to you about owls. So
Okay.
like, you know, I got some owls by my house. I haven't been able to see them, and I talked to my son Kai, and he said he's seen them, and my son said he's seen them too.
Hmm.
I'm gonna figure it out, and I just want to know. And but yeah, they had some taxidermy owls there. They have our rep owl reps. I don't know what they were, if they're real or not. But they have a
Uh
lot of
huh.
different rep animals where you can kind of learn about. And you know, why did the owls get the thing of like being so smart and their wisdom? Because then there's like I read something that they're saying that the birds are not even smart. They're one of the dumbest birds. I don't know if I was listening to a podcast and I was like,
Mm.
how did they get the representative of being like, oh, the wise owl when they're not
I
the
remember being
wisest?
in school. Like I remember like there was like an assembly like in like my I think like second or third grade. They had this whole thing on just owls. They brought a whole owl in, some dude
Damn.
owl expert, big ass owl
Fuck.
on it, and they just like yeah, they just had this like oh this owl has aura. They're smart. They could turn their head all the way around.
Yeah, that's sick.
But
Yeah.
that's just what I feel like. That's what I was just taught in school. Like oh owls they're just smart and then they're intelligent.
Yeah. And a lot of cultures too. Like I was telling you, like in that like the Aztecs and like
Hmm.
they looked up to the owls. So there must be a gateway to the spiritual world or something, bro. And
Maybe I've heard
they
Sean O'Malley talk about before his fights he encounters owls before his
yeah.
fights, and maybe it does represent a lot of stuff. A lot of like Drake has
Yeah.
these owls on his stuff. There's a lot of symbolism with animals and stuff. So who knows? A lot of these
The
animals.
Bohemian Grove, bro. You heard
Oh
about the
yeah, got
Bohemian Grove?
Alex
Like the
Jones
owl,
sneaking into the owl festival. I was
something
like,
there.
yeah, dude. So there's, I don't know, maybe there's some dark energy represented with the, I've heard that with goats, fucking owls,
Yeah.
snakes,
Snakes.
just
Yeah.
anything that's really dangerous, but it's just weird. Like with like lions and like bears, I feel like they don't really have, even though they're just as dangerous, they're not really seen as like spooky or
Hmm.
this like weird kind of like representation of the animal, which I find kind of interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, man. That was the week over there.
Sick,
Always
dude. I was
a
actually in
fun week.
LA. I was in LA too. Tried out these
No
tacos
fucking
called.
way.
Yeah, dude. Went yesterday. I was there yesterday just for a day trip. Checked
Nice.
out these tacos, Los Cholos tacos over there. I don't even know what part of LA to be honest, but they were fire. They were
They're
good.
fire.
Yeah, they were really good. Checked them out. Had a bunch of tacos. They had like a little taco pizza, where it's
Hell
just like a
yeah.
big old tortilla, bunch of cheese, all the other stuff on it. It was freaking bomb. And also
Fire.
checked out this like there's a place. It's called Tokyo Central.
Okay.
It's like a grocery store, but just all Japanese stuff. They sell like cosmetics, snacks.
Oh
It's
shit.
like a whole grocery store full of Japanese stuff, and it kind of took me back to when we went to Japan.
Did you go to Little Tokyo? Is that in Little
No,
Tokyo?
no,
Have
I
you
thought
been
it
there?
was. I've been a little Tokyo before.
Yeah. That place is
There's
pretty
a
dope too.
yeah.
The
I used to
ramen.
go all the time for this sneaker spot called Riff LA.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, so that's where I used to go check out all the fucking sneakers. But oh, I want these, I want this. All of them super expensive. I'm like, okay, one day I'm gonna
Oh
have some
shit.
of these. And then yeah, there's this, like the ice cream shop in Little Tokyo that was really good. They have they like freeze the ice cream with like I forget when they like flash freeze the ice cream, and it was really good. I forgot the name of the spot, but
Nitro something.
yeah, something like that. Night Creamery or something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, just went to LA for a little bit. Hella traffic. I don't know
Oh,
if you
dude,
guys
I
got
was I
so
was
much.
with that. I was with that. Yeah, that's why I posted that. Whatever
Uh-huh.
that was, 8 miles, 45 minutes. I was just like, fuck.
Yeah, LA
LA.
traffic, bro. So you got to be ready for that. Whatever.
Yeah.
If you're in a rush, it's probably not the best place. But if you go
Nah,
with
don't be in
time,
a rush. Don't be in a rush.
so
That's the key. That's
that
the
is the
key.
key. That is the key, bro.
Like, just I told you I was listening to hella Donaher pods. Like, I
Uh
had
huh.
the earpiece in, and I was just listening to pods and just like, hey, what am I gonna get out of this drive? I was like, I'm gonna get fucking locked in with some pods.
I feel like driving is like therapeutic, bro. I feel like you could think about a lot of stuff while you're driving, even though like you're still, you're driving. You could think like for like
That's
2 hour
true.
drives. I'd be thinking of like plans. I'd be thinking about jujitsu rolls. I'd be thinking about like whatever I got going on. I'd
Yeah,
be
that
like,
too.
plotting. Like,
You take the
what can I do?
5. You take the 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, 46 to the 5. That's the best way. 101 takes forever. But yeah, the five vibes on the way back with the sun and the mountains, that shit's
yeah,
fucking dope, bro.
it is cool.
I
Put
like
some
I like
music.
bumping that on a dark desert highway. That fucking that Eagles.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
that
The
shit
was it
fucking that's the
Hotel
vibe.
California? Is that
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. On a
Yep.
dark desert highway. And I'm
Yep.
just like, it's like no cars. I'm just like zooming through.
Just
That or
vibing,
some
bro.
Pink Floyd. Yeah, that shit fucking
Yep. It's
that
Pink
shit
Floyd.
vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, but the card was good, dude.
What's up with the card, man?
The card was there was some good scraps. This Brazilian dude, Melquisael Costa. I think we talked about him. He has this like crazy hair. He has this dyed hair. He has this like skin
Yeah, I know what that
condition.
is.
You know,
Mhm.
he's been really active. He had a good scrap. And but like the main event was quick. I was
Gilbert
watching a
Burns?
lot of yeah, Gilbert Burns, he lost in the first round, bro. I was watching a
No.
lot of MMA Guru that week. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna try this prize picks thing out, bro. Use this
Oh,
code.
yeah?
Got 50, yeah, got $50 in there. I deposited 10, got 50, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna try this out. First one that I did was what did I do? I had two picks and it fell through bad because I went the under on significant strikes for Melquisa Acosta. That fool pieced him up. He had over 100
Uh,
significant strikes, and the thing was for like 46. So that one was
yeah.
cooked, and then I had another one for like a 3-person parlay. I had two hit, and then the last one I
Ah,
had like
Gilbert. You picked Gilbert to win?
I had the fight time. I should have picked the under. Like it had to be
Okay.
over 3 rounds. So I
Oh,
thought Gilbert was gonna give this dude some trouble.
okay.
I thought it was gonna go to decision. Complete opposite. So that was my.
Almost,
But it
almost.
was cool. I was like, you know what?
Made the fight
Maybe
more interesting or what?
yeah, it is more interesting. But I was like, you know what? Maybe for one of these days we could like just like have a promo code out if you guys want to join, and you get
I
like
wanna
an
join.
incentive. You get an incentive, and then you get that person gets some bread. You get some bread, and it's just it's things for the prize picks to get more customers. So
Yeah,
I think
and also you don't gotta bet your whole check. Just, throw 10 on there.
yeah,
Throw a
throw a
Gilbert
10.
in.
You might cook something up. You've been a big fan of the UFC, you've been watching a lot of stuff. Maybe you have a little edge of like, oh, maybe this is gonna work out or not. Significant
Definitely makes it
strikes.
more fun, right? I mean, a little, just put a little, makes
Yeah,
it
a
more
little,
interesting. You're into it, like, oh shit.
yeah.
I don't know.
So it was a good card. This next one is gonna be pretty bad, to be honest. But the ones after that are gonna be really good, dude. But
You have some
this week I've
bangers.
been thinking about Tapori and Charles Oliveira. This is
Fucking
this
having
this
nightmares about that, bro.
this feels like biblical, bro. Like these two, bro. It's like I don't know. Both of them got freaking aura like crazy. So it's gonna be a crazy fight. I already got friends telling me Topuria is gonna sleep Charles in the first round. I'm like, oh man, I can't even think of that. I can't. If I play that in my mind, bro, I'm like, that's a
I can't.
nightmare.
I can't. Dude, but if Oliveira, he can win, bro. He wins. I believe in him, dude. I feel like he can get his back, standing up, choke that fool out, get his back.
Ah,
Hey, Charles is lengthy though. Am I true?
he
Is he
is
way
no.
more lengthy than Illy?
Oh yeah, Illy's shorter, but he's like he moves in the pocket. He has those strikes. I just watched Dustin's fight with Oliveira, but Oliveira he does get hit a lot though. Like he gets pieced. Like
So
he
he'll
gets
get hit
hit.
and he'll fall to the ground and try to
Yeah,
pull guard, right? Okay,
yeah.
get me.
He'll just fall down, right? That's what
Yeah,
he
and
likes
just
doing.
and then get back, get his shit back.
Yeah,
Get
I
the
mean, I
Oliveira.
feel like a lot of people don't really have a game plan. If they get rocked, they're like, but Oliveira, he's been rocked so many times. I just wonder how his chin's gonna be, especially with someone because Ilya is moving up in weight, right? So is he gonna be slower? Is he gonna be more powerful? Those are the things we're gonna
We're gonna
gonna
see.
see. We're gonna see how he looks. When he went against Holloway, though, he was fast. He looked confident as soon as he hit Holloway with a few strikes. He was in there, and it was lights out, bro. So I'm like, damn. It's
Mm,
gonna be good. I would
good.
rather see Ilya and Islam, but
That's the fight.
that I feel like that's the fight. But
That's the fight.
this one
Is it
this
gonna
one's just
happen?
as good. I
Is
don't
that ever
know.
gonna happen?
I think Islam moved up, so if Islam fights JDM for the belt, I think Islam will stay at welterweight. I have no idea how he makes lightweight. To be honest, that fool looks huge.
He's huge.
So I think if at welterweight, I feel like he's gonna be like a force to be reckoned with. I would like to see like maybe Joaquin Buckley or Shavkat, get a look at Islam if he gets the belt. But
Okay.
those are just kind of my looks. But the welterweight division, I've been seeing a couple of Instagram posts. It does look clean. They got Sean Brady, JDM, now
Nice.
Islam. So they got the good contenders. Ian Gary, um, got
Nice.
some good
Okay.
stuff over there, bro. So
Damn.
those
Yeah.
are some things to look out for. But what did you feel like you said you listened to a couple Danaher pods? Which ones? Because I've listened to a few, but honestly, bro, I have not fit. If I start one, it's rare for me to go through the entire one, bro. Because that fool could talk. He could talk for a long time.
Yeah. The one where he was on like Joe Rogan, basically.
I think he had a couple with
Like
Joe
two. I
Rogan.
know he had like two of them on there.
Yeah, he has some good
Um,
points, dude.
yeah, man. It's just he just talked about like how he used to be a bodyguard. No, no, sorry, bouncer. Did you know that about him? Like
I
he's
didn't know he was a bouncer. No, when he started off.
yeah, he used to be a bouncer, and I think one of the guys told him to go check out jujitsu, and he went and he was just getting fucked up, and then he said that jujitsu made him a bouncer, like a way better bouncer in a short amount of time,
Mm.
and
I think Nicky Rod did that too.
yeah, a lot of these guys were bouncers, so that shit was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was some rumors that he was like he beat up like four dudes or I don't know, like he just had some stories.
Uh huh.
But yeah, man, it's just like dude, just like straight up philosopher, and it's just cool to like. There's nobody really like him that dedicated basically his whole life to jujitsu, and you hear all these things about him, like these. And I was listening to some Craig Jones older podcasts as
Those are
well,
good.
and he was joking. They're talking about Nicky Rod. He doesn't like going on planes. Like he had to go to Japan, 13-hour flight,
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
And Danaher, I guess he got in the plane, sat down and stared at the tray for like 12 hours. And Nicky Rod was like, yeah, he just went into airplane mode. Like I was
Oh
just
yeah, yeah,
laughing, bro, because we are
yeah.
talking about who would you rather sit, who would you sit next to on a
Yeah,
plane?
yeah,
And he's like,
yeah.
Danaher was one of them. This motherfucker would just be staring at you know, and then Niggerad, that fool's was like talking about like how he had to bring hella snacks on the plane. He's like, that's how I deal with anxiety. I'm the same way, bro. Remember you told me? I told you I was like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
I got fucking my
yeah.
whole carry on was just like snacks,
Snacks.
and I'm just eating everything, And then I chilled myself out, and then I wanted to take a Xanax too. Like,
Mm.
oh, I can go to the doctor and get one. I was like,
Yeah,
nah, you need. I was like, you need something to fucking calm you down. You're a bit like I was talking to myself. I was like, nah, I gotta use ninja folk. I'm a fucking ninja, dude.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I need drugs. I was like, let's do this. And then like I was cool. But yeah, that 12-hour flight, I did nothing like a 12 yet, but I will. But
One day.
I thought it was cool just, him talking about that because people don't talk about they don't want to be vulnerable. Like, oh, I fucking hate flying. And
Yeah, yeah.
so
Nah,
people
I
go through
I
that
never
shit.
really liked flying, bro. Like with heights, like I was just like, nah. From a young age, I think I decided one day I'm like, you know what? I don't like heights. And then from there, I was just like, I always had to deal with like kind of just like the takeoff and the turbulence and stuff. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's scary. It's like you can't really do much. It's not like you're like gonna, you know, get a parachute and just jump out the plane. It's like it's gonna be tough if you're in a
Yeah.
situation like that. But I feel like the more you fly, the more kind of comfortable you get. But you kind of have to have that focus, like you were talking about. Just like I don't know, the more I get on the plane, I'm just like, all right, I'm playing. There's nothing I can really do, just accept whatever. But I watch movies. Like I'll pull out my laptop, take notes.
Yeah.
I'll sleep. I'll take hella like with that flight to Japan, bro. I probably slept like 3 4 times.
Hell yeah.
So I just woke up, stretched my legs. But I think they had good like movie selection too. So I watched like Kung Fu Panda, I watched Nacho Libre, I watched Blade.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. So I was like watching all these movies. I'm like, it was pretty cool. And then once we got there, it was cool.
We out here.
One of the guys from the gym just went to Japan too, so hopefully he's
Shut up.
there. So
Hell yeah.
hopefully I could ask him a few things because dude, once you go to Japan, bro, it's just like a whole nother world that you didn't even know existed. You're like, how does this even work? How does there so many people and it's not like I don't know. I feel like L.A. California gets like a lot of like hype, maybe because we're just like in an area, but it's just like,
Hmm.
how have I never heard of these places or all these shops and stores and just the amount of people there is actually insane. It's like, do these guys have influencers or like the jujitsu competitors out here? That was like kind of like curious on how that lifestyle is, but they carry themselves in a different way, bro. They're a lot more serious. They're organized. They're structured over there in Japan. They're but they do use their phones a lot. Like whenever they go on the
Ah,
subway,
all right. So they're
they're
actually
still scrolling. They're still doing the thing, but they're really quiet. Dressed well. There's not a lot of people dressed in like shorts or like sweats. Like over here, that's like really what I wear all the time just to stay comfortable. But over there,
Is
it's
it
like
true that they wear
full.
like a lot of them wearing like white shirts,
Yeah,
tie?
a lot of working class people, suitcases,
Yeah.
briefcases, stuff like that. The work culture over there in Japan is like, it's important for them to find a job or know what to do at a young age. But oh, dude, one story. We had this tour guide, and we're going around Japan, and there's this little kid, and we're like, we couldn't find if the little kid had his mom or
No
someone.
way.
It was like, oh no, he's by himself. And they're like, the tour guide was telling us is that the kids are self sufficient at a young age, and they're able to go to do stuff like grown adults.
What?
And they're like, we're like, what? Like they're not, like we haven't seen a lot of kids, and they're like, they don't cry, and they're like, no, you're raised not to cry. Like that's,
Wow.
they don't cry at all. So it's just like,
Damn.
what? And then she was like dead serious. I thought she was gonna be joking. She's like, no, we don't cry. Like the kids don't cry. I was
As
like,
far as safety wise, Japan is safe or
yes, they're known as one of the safest countries, and they don't even have like straps, bro. They don't have no guns. Police, they don't have no guns either. It's not permitted over there. So most of the stuff is like ran through like the like police force, but like no one else is trying like stuff. Like no one's trying to rob people. I mean, yeah, you got like the
yeah.
yakuza and stuff like that, but
Okay.
that's
That's
just like
something else.
normal for every country to have like
Yeah.
groups and stuff. So
Organized crime.
yeah, so it's like it feels like really safe over there. Even though there's tons of people, you could get lost. It doesn't seem like the even at night you didn't feel like someone's gonna mug you or someone's just like looking at you shady. Like if you go to LA at night, bro, like you gotta know where to
Yeah.
go. Like you can't be
People
like
start looking
wandering.
at you and
Yeah, and then it's like
confront you or
yeah. So I don't really feel that. Yeah, there's places like in Japan that they're known to have more of like a nightlife kind of situation, but it's just completely different from the U.S. So it
interesting.
was just a awesome experience. So hopefully one day you could make it out
I
there and
want to go.
freaking
Oh yeah.
just
Yeah.
travel, bro.
Yeah, I hear a lot of positive things from about Japan, like especially and people talk about they traveled everywhere and they're like, "What's your favorite place?" Craig Jones, Japan. Rampage, Japan. Like,
Japan.
those are just Japan. Fucking Habib loves Japan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All these guys from different races and backgrounds are like Japan. I was just like, that's very interesting because I don't hear people just say, "Oh, I love you." I don't hear a lot of Europe stuff lately. Like, I don't hear people like, "Oh, I love Europe. I love it."
Yeah.
Like not even France anymore. I used to hear like Paris and France. That used to be like the number
The
one
spot.
place, the spot. Like you gotta go. But now I'm like, everyone's Japan, Japan, Japan. That's all I hear, and it's like I was like, damn, there's something about this place, dude. Like it's amazing.
It was cool. They're just like respectful for the most part. I mean, from what we saw, I don't know what they're
Yeah,
thinking, but like for the most part, like I didn't even get any eye contact, bro. Like hop on the subway. I'm like, where? It felt like I was in a different. I mean, I was, but like in a different civilization where I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. I can't read anything. Everything's in Japanese. No idea. Don't know how to speak the language. But like no one was like looking at me weird. Like I
mad
like have
dogging
my
you and
like
shit.
my zippers undone or something, looking at me all crazy. It's
Look at
just
this
like
American, this piece of shit. Like
yeah.
that
I
kind of
didn't
stuff.
feel
Yeah,
that, but
that's good.
um yeah, dude, it was awesome. Checked out a bunch of spots, and then you know, I've been thinking about it. Some days I think about it. I'm like, damn, we were really over there, and then I
You're
forget about it.
across the fucking globe.
Yeah,
You went so far, you almost came back around. Like you went all the fucking, you almost made it back around, bro.
unless you're talking to Bryce Mitchell, and then
Oh yeah,
you have a different theory.
yeah. If
But
you kept going, you
yeah,
wouldn't be able to go because the polar ice caps. There's
he.
another civilization on the other side of ice people.
Have you seen that video of him going to 10th planet and he's like riding a bike and he has a bunch of
Yeah,
like gear? It's
the
like, oh
sticks and all
yeah,
kinds.
I drove like 20 miles to come over here. It's like no one does that in Los Angeles, bro. You gotta have a whip. You don't see nobody.
He looks like the homeless guy I ran into in Slow, just without a beard. They look
Really?
very similar, dude. Yeah, that wanted to fight me. I was like,
Yeah.
he just kind of fits in. I mean, he's just one of those transients that are just like in Slow, just on a bike carrying all these sticks and shit.
Yeah,
But he's an interesting guy, dude. For sure, for sure. I don't believe in everything he says, but I listen. It entertains me. The UFC loves it. It's good for the game.
for sure. I mean, I saw a little clip of him on the Ultimate Fighter of him like making like a bow and arrow and stuff. I feel like
That was
that
pretty
stuff
sick.
is cool. I'm like, yeah,
That's pretty dope.
I feel like the UFC needs more people like that who just
Hell
like share a
yeah.
little bit more of their personality.
Yes.
It's like making fire, making bow and arrows and stuff. That I feel like that's just cool. It's just like I know
Hell
they
yeah.
used to do that back in the day. Nowadays, just like rely more on technology and stuff. But like, say there's like no electricity, like what are you gonna do to like defend yourself? You know, it's like
Yeah.
you gotta have some skill. I feel like Bryce Mitchell would be like a cool apocalypse, like guy to be on your squad. I
Yeah.
don't know who would be on your starting five if you had
Fucking
like a
Joe Rogan, because that fool knows how to hunt. Uh,
okay.
who else, dude? You got Danaher because he knows a lot about animals. You know what I mean?
He
Got it.
does.
Knows
He,
shitload.
okay.
Shitload about animals.
Uh-huh.
Gotta have fucking Eddie Bravo there just to like, you know, come up with his theories, tell some good stories at night, keep everybody like
What is that?
entertained.
Is that three or
Yeah, and
okay?
bonus Joey Diaz, just because like he'll just be like, I don't give a fuck. We're gonna die, motherfuckers. We're gonna die. Like
Yeah.
like, I think that squad would be pretty solid. Just telling
You got one more.
jokes. Let's see who else would we bring. Should be in the UFC. Yeah, we did. Is it just UFC people?
Nah, it's
Yeah,
anybody.
basically.
Anybody.
I
I feel like Theo
don't
Vaughn
know.
would be good.
Dale Vaughn would be dope.
I feel like he would just keep the spirits up, but at the same time, I feel like Theo might eat someone if things go south.
Yeah,
With it.
if it comes down to it,
Yeah, but
I was like, I'm
if it
fucking
comes,
eat somebody.
yeah, I'm gonna eat someone. I don't know. I feel like Theo's kind of like crazy. There was some stuff where he like kind of like pushed someone. You saw that?
Oh, I did. Yeah, that was funny. Just like get the fuck back.
Some of these fans, like I don't know. I feel
Fucking
like that.
fans are crazy, bro.
Yeah, dude. I feel like I don't know. I kind of see a situation. He was just like, "Hey, man, back off," and the fool went forward and he just pushed him back. I think Theo trained some jiu-jitsu too, so he's taking it easy. Could have went for a double leg, and who knows? He might have tried a couple techniques on him. Kimura, who knows?
Uh, fucking Conor McGregor, bro. Fuck it, bring that fool.
Throw him on there.
Throw him on there just because
Yeah,
he'll just be talking shit. Maybe he'll have like some crazy Batman shit. He'd be like, that we don't know about. Maybe this fool got hella guns. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. I
You know,
bet he probably does. To be
he's got
honest,
some. He's got the yacht. He's got planes. So it'll kind of like can organize some shit.
yeah. Joe Rogan's definitely got like a arse. I'm sure that fool's probably got like an underground like fucking bunker
Oh
or
yeah,
something like for sure.
he just doesn't want to tell us, bro. If he told us, people would lose. They would lose their shit.
Yeah,
Like
they
this
would.
guy's fucking crazy. He has
Yeah,
3 floors underground.
yeah.
Like nah, they would lose it. So, but yeah, he definitely keeps it low key with what he has. Like he probably got dinosaur bones. He probably got all kind of shit, bro.
That would be. I mean, he's rich too, so he's probably buying a bunch of like crazy stuff that you can't even. I think he thought about buying like the Epstein Island or something like that. Like, how are you gonna just say that? I
heard
don't know.
about
It
that.
felt. I was like, bro, like, I don't know. It feels like if you buy that, like that's you got some bad juju on on your hands if you buy something like that, bro.
I remember he was gonna buy someone's house that looked like an alien ship. I forgot whose house
I
it
hear
was.
that.
It was like
Uh-huh.
literally looked like an alien ship. He's like, "How
Mhm.
much is it?" They're like, "Oh, it's like 3 million." He's like, "That's it?" He's like, "We can just buy that right now. That's nothing." I like how he tells Joey
Yeah.
Diaz. He's like, "When are you gonna move to Austin?" He's like, "I don't know, man. We're looking at this house. We gotta put 250 down." He's like, "That's
Uh-huh.
it. That's it. That's all stopping you. That's it." I'm just like, "Fuck."
Yeah. Imagine, bro.
250 is like
That's how.
$100 to that guy, probably 250K. That ain't
It's probably just like when you go on GTA and you look at all the cars and you buy them on your phone and stuff. It's probably like
yeah,
how it feels
same
like.
thing.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, this is how much the property costs. Buy
15
it.
bucks. Oh,
Bam.
deliver it. Yeah. Oh, fucking Mustang.
One day, bro.
Hell yeah, one day,
Like,
dog.
get on those, and fucking buy a nice whip. But we also checked out a car museum. Checked out this what was it called? It was they had a bunch of cool whips, bro. They had like even like funny ones like the Lightning McQueen and the
Oh shit,
mystery van from Scooby Doo. It was like an automotive museum in LA,
that's sick.
but it was
You
cool.
like cars?
Yeah, well, my brother really likes cars, so I was just
Your
like,
brother's
oh,
deep in that, yeah.
yeah. So I was just like, I'm not really a car guy, but my brother likes seeing them, so it's always cool to check out different whips too. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like maybe you see one that you like. But I was checking them out, and a lot of them were like old school. They had some old school Rolls Royces from like
Oh shit.
from the 20s,
Damn.
50s. They had some rally cars and stuff like that. A lot of old school Mustangs. I have a few pictures. Let me see if I can show
It's
them
pretty
here.
badass.
But yeah, man, there's a lot of cool stuff to do in LA.
There
If you
is.
plan it right. Um, let's see. Just like had a few like old school Mustangs like this. I don't know if you
That's
can see.
dope. My grandma
Yeah,
had some Mustang like that.
some nice little whips, bro. So
Hell yeah.
that was fun. But a few days off of training, bro. My body hasn't been feeling the best, to be honest. But you know,
Hmm.
I kind of just like I've accepted the fact that like if you train jujitsu for a certain amount of time, you're bound to have like aches and pains, bro. So I just feel
Oh
like
yeah.
I'm thinking about like in the long run, like if something's like really bothering me, yeah, I'll take time off. But for now, just working
Yeah.
around things.
Just work around it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially you go to those GB one classes, like you know how to control the white belts, and you don't have to go ADC. See on them
White belts be giving me trouble sometimes, bro. Like
sometimes. So yeah, we had to
most,
put it
bro,
on.
a lot of yeah, bro. Like even though like if people
Fuck
just
yeah.
start, like if they're strong, if they got like good grips, it's
You
still
gotta
like
go.
you're still like you have to try, you know. And I
Yeah. All
feel
right.
like
Let's get it.
I
Hmm.
still be tired. I still be tired afterwards. But I remember like when I first started to go train, like I was just like I couldn't even move, bro. There's just all different types of muscles I didn't even know I had,
Oh yeah,
or
dude.
like all getting worked. I'm like, how do I do this,
Yeah.
bro?
I could only do it once a week, and I'll just be sore for like 3 days.
Like legit, right? Like
Yeah,
not even
legit.
playing around.
Not even thinking about going. I was like, "There's no way. I can barely walk right now." And it's like
Yeah.
when you do legs. When you work out your legs
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
twice a year. No, but yeah, but you get all that lactic acid, and I
Yeah.
felt
Yeah.
like that was happening all over those weird muscles we never use off our
Hmm.
backs. But now it's like I can do 3 easy. I think I can do 4, but 3 I can do no problem. Just so yeah, you do get used to it. And I know you've done up to like 5 days a week,
Hmm.
4 to 5. That's fucking dope.
Like towards
So
the end of the week, I had to realize like what the technique is. But the cool thing about like going like is as much as you can. Sometimes you'll catch like the same technique being taught, and then you're able to see like what you missed the first time you did it.
those are the
Oh,
best. Those are the best. And then that's kind of how it's been the last times I've been going. It's been the
hmm,
same technique all week. So
yeah,
by the end of the week, I'm hitting that fucking shit on the white belt. So,
yeah, oh yeah,
um, but yeah, man, I think we should
yeah,
probably
for sure.
wrap it up. Get
Yep.
ready.
Yes, sir. I know we
Uh,
talked about a bunch of stuff today, guys, but
yeah,
hey, man, if you guys made it through the whole conversation, appreciate you guys for listening all the way through.
hell yeah. Like, subscribe. We active on Instagram.
Yes,
Hey, we had
sir.
a post that hit 3 point. I don't even know where it's at right now. 3.5, four
Yep.
million views, bro.
Views.
So we heading up, man. You guys are here at the beginning. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So also check out if you guys haven't checked out Beyond the Roll podcast Instagram. This
check it
little
out.
alien on the profile picture. If you guys see us, make sure to send us a like, comment down below, or hit us in the
Comment.
DM. We're looking for sponsors. Anybody for has like jujitsu swag, merch. Anybody if you guys want to get early on the podcast, be a
Come on,
sponsor of
guys.
the channel, hit us up.
Hell
So
yeah.
all right,
We out.
we
Another
out,
one,
boys.
bro.
Catch you guys. Let's go.
We
Bang.
out.
All right,
Bam,
we out
son.
here, bro.
We out here.